Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome to the first official Two Dope Fellas podcast, starring me, your boy VZ.
Kirby.
Dumb.
Nah, I don't like Kirby. I like to call him the VZ the jet setter because I'm like, dude, are you in town this week? Shut up.
No, it's kind of been crazy, man.
It has been. So actually, that's what I want to talk about, man.
Okay.
So I gotta live vicariously through you,
God.
right?
Yeah.
Because you're the jet setter.
Oh my gosh.
So real quick, I know you were just in LA
That was the thing.
doing some dope shit because I know you.
Yeah.
Fucking hate you. No, I don't really hate you. When I say I hate you, it's really because I love him.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good, man. It was fun, man. It was cool. I got to do some behind the scenes directing. So I'm the behind the scenes director of Fresh Milk Films. Make sure to hit up that Instagram. Follow us there. So our journey, we were shooting a short that we just put out. It's a short film called How It Is. We shot it to oneer, so it's a one take. Just, man, the mug was so clean, dude. Like, I really can't.
I'm slow. I'm sorry. I mean, so it's a one take. I mean, explain.
Okay, so it's a one take. So essentially, the whole short film, it's like 10, almost 12 minutes. The whole short film is one guy holding a freaking ginormous camera. It's an Aria Alexa, like one of the most. It's like $15,000 camera.
So what you're saying is zero cut?
Zero cut.
So it's raw.
It's raw.
Uncut.
Uncut.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was incredible. The best thing about it, man, was like I'd never seen a production that big, right? Most of the time, like when we're doing lookbooks and things like that, it's smaller scale. It's like 2 to 3 people, not very many. The set had like 25 people on it, and there were guys working for other guys. Like everybody had an assistant of some sort, and I'm just there like I'm capturing everything.
And I'm trying to figure out how do you orchestrate that to? I know it's one cut, obviously. Right. So do you say? I mean, do you go through a run?
Right. Yeah. No, it's a lot of rehearsal. A lot of rehearsal
because it's showtime.
Right. So I flew out Thursday night. On a red eye from Lubbock to LA.
Ooh.
It freaking sucked. I didn't get to LA till like 3 a.m.
He's used to it.
No, I have horrible insomnia. Don't get me wrong, but it sucked. Like, there's nothing worse than having to like sleep on a plane. And I was next to like a big dude. Like, I'm a big dude, but like this dude was a big dude. And then this other girl, she was like Asian or whatever. She like fell asleep on my shoulder. So I'm like, just in this weird like
so
awkward.
You're creating a little Asian.
Yeah, I was just like, I was
like,
all right, man, just go ahead. It's okay.
Was he musty? That was the question.
No, he wasn't. Thank God.
Alright, so
Jesus Christ, bro.
Bro.
Seriously, that would have been a thing. And oh man, nah, thank God it wasn't. But I got there, and dude, it took forever. LAX, even at 3 a.m, is insanely packed and busy, and I'd never seen so many people like at 3 a.m. just going
Crazy.
And going strong. I was like, oh my God. But so we get there. So first day, Friday, everybody gets together. We huddle up. We talk to the director. We get the 2 actors together, and they practice. They're doing rehearsal for like 2 to 3 hours, and they're going through the script. They're redoing the script just so they can make sure that they got it like as tight as possible, because there are no cuts. So if you mess up, you mess up.
You keep going.
Yeah, and there was one time where we did mess up, like the way that the camera moved. Like it saw like all of like there was a bunch of like chairs and benches, and then you could see some of the wires, and we're like, Jesus Christ.
So you don't edit that out at all. I know it's one cut, so obviously it's roll time, go.
Right. Yeah. Well, the other thing is, like, the way that it was set up, we didn't start filming until like 4 on Sunday, so we're starting to lose sun now. So it's very important for the sun to be up high at a very particular spot, because it's supposed to be at a wedding during the evening, and so we needed the sun to be here, and so it was go time. So if you messed it up, everybody reset real quick and then back through it. So we got to do like 5-6 takes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty legit, man. It was definitely cool. It was super dope.
So, okay, Fresh Milks. I mean, if you can just expand for me, and you know, I'm sure other people want to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
What's Fresh Milks? So where are they based out of?
So Fresh Milk Films is based out of LA. They are hardcore LA cats, but they're ran by dudes from Texas, and that's how I came in the picture. My name was tossed to them from one of our associates, a guy that knows me. He threw me a name out there. He was like, hey, this cat knows how to edit.
This cat's dope.
And so they threw my name out there, and Jeff Cobb hits me up. He's like, dude, love what you're doing. I would love for you guys to be a part of this. So season 3, that's my production company. Season 3 is out there. That's what I've been trying to do, just make all kinds of content.
I don't want to switch gears real quick, but I have to, because I know that question's going to come up. A lot of people see season 3. What is season 3?
So season 3, that's my production company. That's the media conglomerate that we do. So we do everything: logos, graphics, tees, videos. Obviously,
I'm sorry. I gotta switch. You know, when you get in.
Set to switch gears real quick.
Switching gears. So I mean, let me switch.
Obviously, we rocking the shirt, we rocking the hat. We plenty of merch all the way around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we do. So they reached out to us, and so now we essentially run their Instagram account. So we're helping to build up hype for not only just the short film, but also we're trying to get in South by Southwest. So we got to have everything done, shot, colored, everything by October. And so that's the thing. The super cool thing about this, I know.
All right.
I'm still into it. But the super cool thing about this is that this one, how it is SAG certified. So for real,
really?
All the way across the board, everything's official.
I want to be him when I grow up. I really, really do.
So it's cool, man, and it's cool. And all of this came from YouTube and you guys. So thank you. I really can't thank you guys enough. I know that that's been a big part of all of this. And me and you, we've been meaning to sit down and chat it up for a while. It's just...
He's a jet setter. It's hard. It really is hard to just get an hour in.
Yeah.
I mean, and then when we get an hour in, you just got the phone blowing up. You got something going on. Right. Life happens. But you know what? It was meant.
It was meant to be. We're here.
Mark this right here. Mark this day. Mark this. Mark everything that's going on right now. I guarantee you, it's going to be something.
It's happening.
Something epic.
So.
Sorry. Let's get back.
No. So to the state of affairs. So.
Okay.
LA was dope. I'm glad to be back in Texas. But I like as soon as I landed, I was on my way to Dallas like the very next weekend. So that's some other stuff that we got going on. But speaking of Dallas, did you hear the news? Finally, we got an answer.
What? I did. Now it's going to cost a little bit.
It's definitely going to cost a little bit.
In case y'all don't know, we are huge Dallas Cowboy fans.
Represent all day.
I mean, come on, man. This is.
We some Texas boys.
Right? We're Texas boys.
That's what we do.
So, as I understand, 90 mil, 6 years, 50 mil guaranteed.
Bro, he got fed, bro.
Oh man,
he's
now for me, as a diehard Cowboys fan, I start worrying. Right, You're talking about 90 mil, 50 guaranteed. You know, we talked about Todd Gurley last year, and the Todd Gurley effect.
Dude, that was a crazy deal.
Come on, now there's all kinds of money. Dude gets hurt.
Dude,
where does that money go?
I know, that's insane. And that's the hard part about it, right? Because how much money are you willing to throw up for your star players, you know?
Exactly.
Especially with such a short lifespan. And I hate to say that, not in the general sense, God forbid, but like most running backs only get, 2 to 3 good, solid years?
And you have them unicorns, right?
And he's been a workhorse.
He has been, and it's a bit scary.
Right.
It's a bit scary. You know, that really brings up a great question because I don't know, and that's what's
it's super scary, right? Because like
at the same time, it's exciting,
right? Since he's been with the Cowboys, first year, rookie year, breakout year, freaking amazing, right?
Yeah.
Next year, got in some trouble, missed out on a crap ton of games, and still when he came back, it was awesome, but it was like all for naught because we didn't do anything, right? Mm-hmm. And then that brings us to today, right? Yeah. So now here we are, and we're like, we've been to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough.
It's not, and now I don't want to say in debt. I mean, we're talking about Jerry Jones, one of the richest men.
Jerry Jones he can throw out all kinds of money.
He can. It comes to, salary cap, different things like that. Mm-hmm. Then we got Dak over here wondering.
Dude, did you see the Dak confusion meme? He's wondering how he's going to get paid. I'm wondering how he's going to get paid.
I'm like, woo, where's his money coming from? Right. But I mean, I'm sure Jerry has somewhere in stock or something like that. I don't know.
The thing is, whatever Dak's not making on his contract, he's definitely making in endorsements. I've seen that fool in a crap ton of commercials. He's all over Dallas right now.
Good point. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
And that's kind of how they'll play it out. And they may give him stipends or something like that. Like, hey, here's money for your car. Hey, here's money for your house. Like, they'll do things like that are not necessarily contract associated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's some kind of things, some kind of perks that he can get. I'm sure he gets the key to Jerry's world anytime he wants. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. After hours.
They're gonna hook him up, but we'll see how it goes, man. But I would say the big thing, especially with NFL contracts, were NBA contracts. Those NBA contracts are freaking crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I feel like you're being just a little too greedy.
Dude.
Can you be too greedy? I mean,
no,
can you really be? I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had the opportunity to make 90 mil, would I?
Right. Yeah, that's the thing, though.
I mean, but
it's not. It's never show friends. It's show business, and it's never what you deserve. It's what you negotiate. So that's the thing, right? He feels he should have gotten 90 million. They paid the man.
I agree. Now I have some. I can disagree on how I feel about it. I'm like, you know what? Breakout year, great year. Let's follow up. Give us another year. Give us another year of doing the same thing, right? Because you look at Dak. Dak had a breakout year.
Right.
You know what the next year happened? They figured him out.
They figured him out, right?
And it's like Dak's mediocre.
Right.
Right. So Zeke, 90 mil. 50 mil guaranteed. Don't be mediocre.
Yep.
That's not mediocre money.
Right. That's not mediocre money. So now, if he doesn't deliver, that's just way more scrutiny on him. But I don't blame him for asking for that kind of money. When you look at cats like LeBron James and stuff like that and their contracts versus these NFL contracts, and these dudes are getting beat up.
And that body takes more of a
straight up beating.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like straight up beating.
Absolutely.
And don't get me wrong, not that playing ball, especially if you're playing against the Nutcracker. Well, if you're playing against Draymond Green, bro, you're getting a nut shot at least 2 times a game.
Absolutely.
So
and
that's money worth. that's insurance money.
I guess you're right. And do I blame the man for the money or for asking for the money and getting the money? Absolutely not. I mean, I don't. That's me personally. But then you start thinking of the Cowboy fan and the future.
Right.
Great for the future. Stay healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Let's hope, man. Let's hope. Jesus Christ. Let's hope, bro.
Come on. Bro, if you're hearing this, stay healthy. Right?
Please.
If it comes to that extra half inch, a yard, whatever it be, please stay healthy. Stay healthy.
That's all we want.
We just
be healthy.
Man, I'm just saying.
I just want to be healthy. Because next year, everybody else is going to have to get paid too. And that's the problem. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. The Cowboys, the boys, bad boys for life. Did you see the trailer? You have not seen the trailer?
I have not seen the trailer.
I don't know if that's good or a bad thing.
I know.
Like,
you know what? I saw the picture. I don't know what it was called. Before the trailer.
Yeah.
And I kind of didn't believe it. I'm like, because you see all these backwards and you're like, that would be cool. I would love to see that.
I always see the one for last Friday on Facebook all the time.
The last Friday. It's like,
it felt like one of those
Smokey's
moments.
not coming back. Smokey already said, it's
he's done. He's done.
But then, when you see that, and then, when you hit me up, you're like, dude, check out the trailer. And I meant to see the trailer. Forgive me, I did not. But you know what? We might just cut for a second. I might come back and say, you know what? I saw the trailer. It's awesome. I don't know what happens on this side of the.
I'll tell you, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. It looks good, but I think it is definitely lacking Michael Bay's, action explosion.
So it's not Michael Bay.
No, this one's not Michael Bay, which is crazy because he did the other two. And the other two, I think, are fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the other two are definitely.
Obviously, nothing's ever better than the first.
Right.
But it was a good
Mike Loud.
It was a good fight.
Mike Loud.
To this day.
Oh, man.
Mr. Lowry's always going to be, something that we always fall back on in conversation. But, I mean, it's, being as fresh as Mike Lowry is going to be always something you aspire to be, right?
Absolutely.
Because even as a kid, how long ago was the original Bad Boys?
Dude, I think it's like 20 years ago at this point. Because, you know what's crazy is, like, Bad Boys 1, that was Will Smith's, like, big breakout action star. He got to grow his goatee out. Like, he was literally finishing up The Fresh Prince as he was going to shoot that movie.
Really?
Yeah, that all happened in the same year. So, like, the end of Fresh Prince, bam, now we got the birth of Mike Lowry.
Mike Lowry. To be honest with you,
sometimes
I look at you and I'm like, this is like the Mike Lowry from
Mike Lowry
in the flesh. In the flesh. I mean, somebody that I can
it's so crazy because I got pictures of you at my house. Like Mike Loud.
I had no idea. But I mean, hey, you know what? Our relationship just went to the next level, so that I do appreciate.
Bromance over 9,000 over here. That's what we do.
I'm just saying. I'm with it.
Yeah, no, I like it, man. The thing is, like, I would say, if anything, that kind of worries me is Martin Lawrence's character.
Okay.
He's gonna be playing like I'm too old for this type of you know what I mean? Like that's not a bad thing. It's just we've seen it. You know what I mean? I get it. He was wanting to retire since part 2. He just wants to be a family man. Wants to live it up.
Yeah.
Like Larry's still doing his thing. He's still single. Still action gun blazing. You know what I'm saying? Out there.
Guns blazing. So when is a sequel too much though?
I know, man. That's the thing, right? It's because now we've gotten to a point where even like they made so many bad sequels that they're just saying, don't just forget that we made all of these. we're gonna just make this one and make it up, like the Halloween, like the RoboCops, and you know what I mean? Like even the Terminator. The Terminator has a new movie coming out, and they're like, hey,
Rambo has a new movie coming out. I'm like, Rambo.
Dude, but
it does look legit.
Sylvester Stallone look jacked, bro. He's super swole. He's like 76.
Oh shit.
The dude's older than my grandpa. And he's jacked, bro.
What are you doing, Sylvester? I mean, please let us know.
Dude,
we know you like the page.
I see him do like those pull-ups where he's just getting it.
Have you ever tried to do a pull-up?
Not like that. Hell no. I was like, no, sir. But he's doing it, man. In Creed, like in Creed 2, he wears a lot of big clothes, so you can't tell he's jacked. He's trying to be all old.
Okay.
But the dude has been jacked.
No,
he stays jacked.
You're right. You're right.
Him and Arnold, bro.
I don't want to switch gears too much, but there's a good example of the sequel, Creed 2. I like Creed 1.
Dude, Creed 1's so fire.
Right? And when
so
Creed 2, the trailer, it was so enticing. I was like, man, I totally want to see this. I remember being at the movies, looking over to my son, because me and my son are really real big movie buffs. He looks over and he just gives me that head nod.
That's when you know.
And that's when
you know.
And then when we watched the movie, I'm not gonna lie to you, I felt like I got more in the trailer than I actually got in the movie. That I wanted more. I wanted more. That's why I
missed that Michael Coogler, bro. That's the same thing here. It misses Michael Bay. Like it just, these guys are so invested with their franchises, so invested with their stories. Like Michael Coogler, when he made Creed Part 1, he was thinking about it like if he was Creed and Rocky was his trainer. You know what I mean? So when you're from that aspect, you're the little kid and you get to grow up and you get freaking Rocky to train you, bro. That's why it's so dope. But in the second one, the other guy is just a guy that he knew from college, and he pitched it to him like, "Hey,
let's do this.
You can do this. I think you can do this." Me and you were like a lot of the same stuff.
So being on that side of the lens, obviously, I'm not used to that, which is something you have a niche for.
Right.
I mean, would you be afraid to take on something like this? Something that has so much success in the past, and then looking for the future to try to get your name out there with something already that's very, very successful.
Man, I'd have to be super passionate about it, like straight up. Like it would have to be something like a Rocky, right?
Okay.
Like it was something that I loved as a kid.
That wouldn't scare you though?
No, like
I mean, I feel like it would scare me just a little bit. That's just me though.
Yeah, no, like that goes to that speaks to me. Like if it was me personally, and they came to me with like Mortal Kombat, or they came to me with like Power Rangers, even if they came to me with a Mega Man movie, son, I would kill it. Why? Because I already lived that movie in my head. I was like, when my monitos, you know what I'm saying? I was there. I was doing it.
You were Mega Man.
I was the Mega Man.
Yes.
So I was already living that life, you know, in my head. Like these are things that, you know, as a kid that I did, you know. So storytelling and all that stuff like that. If I'm passionate about it, it definitely comes out. But if I'm not passionate, because I've done some things I wasn't so proud of. Like I did a few commercials where I was just honestly I wasn't feeling it, and like.
You didn't believe in it. You didn't believe in the product. I didn't believe in the product. So it's harder for that. Like I feel you, the passion, the love to come out.
But if you do believe in the product and you do love it, man, it really does come out. So I think that if it's a project that you really, really want to move in on, it can't just be about the check, because they'll throw out money to anybody. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that. When it's something you love, it should never be about the check.
I mean, I agree.
It really shouldn't. I mean, that's a life hack. 101 from two dope fellas. I'm just saying.
Out here.
Just saying. I mean, no, it's really, really true. You know?
But we do it for the art.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And if you get paid for it, I mean, that's cool too.
That's always cool. It's always nice to get paid. But speaking of art, man, where is the state of music right now, bro? There's been a lot of craziness happening.
People retiring.
Dude, how do you feel about that? So, if you haven't heard,
you know, go ahead.
NIcki suddenly, just out of nowhere, just decided to up and call it quits. She's done. She said, "Hey, I got my family. I'm blessed. Y'all live good." That's it.
I mean, do I blame her? She's made a lot of money. She's made
a crap ton of money.
She has. I mean, people can argue. It was Remy before her. It was so and so. But you know what? I think she took it to the next level. Right? She met him here and then just kept going.
Right.
And I agree. I respect it. That music is fire.
Yeah, I
this is coming from a guy. You know.
Yeah.
And I've been a hip hop head. I grew up in the culture. Right. You know, say 40 years in this soil, bro. I mean, everything from music to rocking shows,
Right.
different cities, different states.
That's actually how we met. We met like 10 years ago on a music video.
Doing music, right?
That's so crazy, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I like how everything comes full circle.
It's full circle.
I'm just saying. No, but you know, like I've been in actual radio. I've been a DJ on a radio. It wasn't a top 40. It was a small local market here in Lubbock. 104.9 The Beat. You know, we did midday. It was awesome. I loved it. I felt like I brought a lot more culture to that station at the time. It was real commercialized.
Right.
My homeboy Magoo, D Brown. You know, we were doing a lot of things, but I feel like I brought more to it.
Right.
And when I look at radio now,
how you feel about it?
The only time I flick on the radio is when my Dash app is not working. Look, Dash Radio, I'm going to be real with you. I love Dash Radio. I endorse Dash Radio, not because they pay me, obviously, because I'm nobody, but because I love what DJ Ski is doing.
Right.
DJ Ski originally started as a DJ radio.
Right.
I want to say Minnesota, Minneapolis, somewhere around that area, right? And you know what? He said, you know what? I don't like what radio's doing. It's They took the love, the love out of what's going on with this particular culture. And it was just like, you know what? Who's going to get more spins? Who's paying more money? And you know what? He said, nah, fuck that.
Right, yeah. No, I agree, man.
You know,
the cool thing about DJ Ski is it's all curated, man. It's all him.
Curation, right?
It out, bro. Exactly. He's like, this is dope. This is dope. This is dope. But to me...
Explain what a curator is real quick, because some people may not know.
Right. So a curator, tastemaker, let's say, for instance, you're a curator. So what he would do is he would go through his list of just tracks. He has fire. He stays on game. He knows what's dope. So he puts together his playlist. This is what a curated list looks like. It's all the things that he loves. And then he throws it on the radio. That's what it does. That's what a curator does.
Absolutely.
So
and
he puts together a mix.
When you have a curator that's specific for that genre of music, there's love behind it. So what happens when there's love behind it, it makes for it's like a DJ back in the old days when we would make a mixtape, right? You got the tracks that you like, you put them together, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, this is really, really dope. Right? That's love, right? Whereas a lot of these top 40, I mean, a lot of the radio
that's
right now.
That's all it is, man. It's top 40s.
Exactly. It's somebody in the bigger cities, the bigger states, saying, you know what, this is really dope and this is fire, and that AR paid me a ton of money. I don't know if that's but it's what it seems happens. You know what, this is going to be the next big artist because I'm saying this is going to be the next big artist.
Right, that's a lot of it, man. That's a lot of it. And then they play it like 20 times a day. You know, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. I think that there's definitely still a space for radio.
Absolutely.
You know, if I'm in a department store and I forgot my headphones, you know what? I'm okay with listening to radio. That's really when it goes through. You know what I mean? Like sometimes at work, you know, they'll throw on the radio, but even then, it's still like the same 5 songs all the time, all the time. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's nice to have radio, but it would be way better if it was curated. So with NIcki suddenly retiring, do you feel like she got Ja ruled?
Oh, that's a good term.
I feel like she got Ja ruled, bro.
I like that, Ja ruled.
But she got Cardi beat. Oh, Cardi.
I'm not even gonna try. Like I practice it on a daily. I'm in the restroom in the shower. I just stop. I say, you know what? All right.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those things.
You know what? I don't know. And you know what? The thing is you get so many artists saying I'm gonna retire.
Right.
And then
they end up coming back
with another project. And
right.
Like, oh, okay.
And that was the thing. I thought she was working on the album this whole time.
Yeah. Well, Megatron just came out. Megatron, I know, is doing big things.
Right. Do you think it's because Young Money isn't the same as what it used to be? Young Money used to be up here. It used to be like bam. No matter what they was jumping on, it was hot. And then Wayne fell off. Well, I wouldn't say he fell off. He just stopped caring. Just lost interest.
He lost the love, man.
Yeah.
I really feel like he did.
I think he did everything he wanted to do, and he was just like, bro, I'm ready to skateboard, bro. I just want to skateboard. Yeah. Did you see that he walked out of that Blink 182 concert? He went out there to the crowd and he was like, this ain't enough people for me, bro. I'm out. He walked out of that, bro. Like he did one song. He got like halfway through. I think he got like halfway through a million. He was like, yeah, I can't even believe it.
The room might have started spinning.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was just like, there's not enough people for me.
That is a great little Wayne impression, by the way. I'm just saying.
But he peaced out. And then after that, like he got a lot of hate. But I think he ended up going back. But that's to say, like, Young Money, Cash Money is not the same. Drake is off doing his own thing.
Yeah, oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Drake's Drake.
He's definitely doing his thing. And so, who does she have to rely on now? Nobody but herself. I'm not saying that Tekashi 6ix9ine track was the start of the downfall.
I like that track.
I like this track too.
Oh, this is fire. I like this.
Yeah,
I don't know who this
but
is. But
the thing is, it was at a bad time.
It was.
Because like 2 weeks later, Tekashi 6ix9ine got caught up. He got caught up in what he got caught up in, and now look at him. You know what I mean? It's sad. Sorry to Tekashi 6ix9ine.
But the thing is, you can't even look at him because we don't know where he's at.
Yeah, we don't know.
He's in witness protection somewhere right now.
I promise you, he don't got rainbow hair no more.
I would hope he don't. That's a bad looking prison, man. I mean,
they would call him up real quick. But I feel like she got Ja Ruled on the cool because after that whole thing with Cardi B at the Met Gala or whatever, they were fighting.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, I think is where
Nicki
it started falling off.
It didn't affect Nicki really. I mean, don't get me wrong, it helped Cardi because Cardi at that point gets boosted a little more because now
she's like on site. Whatever's going down.
Exactly, but I don't know about the Ja Rule thing because I still feel like Nicki
can put out dope stuff.
Way doper than Cardi.
The thing is,
no disrespect to Cardi.
Nicki came out at a time where you were right? Like there was Remy Ma, it was hard, right? It was hard thug rap. But Nicki, she paved the way to be thuggish and to be sexy at the same time. Like that type of thing had never really existed before.
Some can argue the Foxy, some can argue the Lil Kim. I just feel like
I think Nicki B's like the merger of those two. Right?
Absolutely, right?
You know what I mean?
Because she can sing and she can rap.
Right, and her singing is what really pushed her forward. And I think that if she did more of that, I think that Cardi B wouldn't really be a thing. But the thing is, who knows who's really writing Cardi B's lyrics? Is it Offset?
You know what? That's a good point to argue. You know, it really is. I thought about that too. I'm like, are they really behind the music? Actually behind the music, or is it just something?
Right? Is it being written?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's probably a little bit of both, honestly. Like if we're being honest about it, it's probably a little bit of both. I wouldn't put it past. I mean, that's what you got money for, right?
True.
To have these ghostwritten lyrics, because you got to be steady, constantly putting out hits. You know. But who knows? I don't know. But sometimes I feel like, dang, Cardi B's about to take the game, and now that Nicki's retired,
there's opportunity. Somebody else step up. That's all I'm saying. Somebody else step up. I'm not against. You see like these Meg Thee Stallions. I'm not totally against the female.
I feel like they're her sons.
True.
This is my sons.
I feel you don't want to get me into talking music, man, because then it's gonna be personal. I grew up in the '90s, right? I grew up in the '90s. I was a kid I was a teenager when Tupac put out the double album, right? All Eyes on Me. I had the tape, right? So whenever I hear the stuff that's coming out now, no disrespect to it, there is some good stuff. I jam a ton of stuff, but then I feel like it's
missing.
It's missing.
It's missing.
Absolutely. You get a couple of artists. You get your J. Cole's.
Right.
You get your Big Crits. You get these artists who are actually producing and making the music.
Right.
Writing their own music. And literally writing their own music. Because they're making the beats.
Right.
And you're like.
And you get some studio gangsters like Lil Yachty.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. He's just not going in. He's a studio gangster.
Yachty, man.
Lil Yachty, you can come on the show anytime.
Absolutely. We're not going to kick you out the door. Actually, you were going to say, "Yeah, come on, have a seat."
I mean,
let's discuss this.
I spy with my little eye a spot for you right here, third chair.
Come on. Right here, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, a lot of things feel manufactured, and so
it goes back to the love, right? It goes back to the love that's missing.
Because a lot of things are manufactured, you know what I mean? Like some of these times, like you say Meg Thee Stallion, I feel like it's manufactured. Like straight up, on the cool. I don't know Meg Thee Stallion.
I can't even say I've really heard much of her music.
Right.
Is there stuff on the radio from her?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't listen to it. So. Not local stuff, at least. But I will say this much. It does, I mean, it kind of sucks. Like, because you want, it's like anything else, you know what I mean? Like, you want your favorites to stay on top. You don't want to see them go out of the game.
No, you don't.
Like, because that spot is coveted and that spot is hard to freaking get back, man. Like, that's just the thing, right? Like, after Biggie and Tupac died, man, there was a long period of time where rap sucked.
Some might argue it's still there. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. That's what it is. And, like, so, and I won't say that it's on that level, Nicki retiring or whatever. There was always going to be, I'm 100% that, chick.
I'm with you. So I mean, so not switching gears, but tell me who is somebody that you think is dope that they may not know about.
Man, that's a good question. You know what? I listen to a lot of up and comers. I really do. One of the latest albums that I listened to recently was this is an album called Traplantic, and it's like all these Atlantic artists that are really into trap.
Atlantic artists, like the
label? Like the label, right?
Okay,
They relabeled it Traplantic or whatever.
Traplantic.
Yeah, that's a dope album or whatever. But man, I'm really like I can't even front. I got to rep it down for my boy. Young Travis Scott. I know, like, he's had a big year this year, but this is the first year that he's had that was, like, super huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess
like, everything else before this year, before the Drake feature, was all kind of still low-key stuff, man.
Yeah.
Now at 210, that was low-key stuff. You know?
You know what's crazy? And I always heard Travis Scott's name come out there. I'm really big into music, right? So one thing I listen to a lot of Houston stuff. Being in Texas, right? You gravitate to the Houston stuff because that is the mecca of Texas rap down south for us, right? And nobody really showed him love, right? They're like, oh yeah, I think he's from Houston, but he reps Atlanta or he lives in Atlanta. And I would see all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, So I listen to his music, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool.
It's a different vibe.
It is.
What it was. That's what it was. He wasn't getting a lot of love because it was a different vibe.
Yeah, it was.
Most Texas. It wasn't Big Tuck. It wasn't Big Crit. Or not Big Tuck. It wasn't Big Bun.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't anything like that. It was totally different. And so...
Yeah, now Houston's like... He's from Houston.
Oh, yeah. He's from Houston now.
He's one of us. He's my cousin Travis? Cousin Travis. We're from the Scott family. That's my mama's...
you're talking about Astro World. Yeah, that's what
Astro.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know, I like Travis. Travis. You know, there's one artist that you may see on the front of that Astro World. Is it the Astro World? Sicko. It's a Sicko Mode. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Killer Calion.
Yes.
I don't know if you know who Killer is. Yeah. Killer is the GOAT, right? The greatest of all Texas.
Think, yeah, I agree.
Dude is fire. I'm just saying.
Dude,
I mean,
he has a Bill Gates freestyle. It's fire. It's ridiculously good.
And you know what? I can't even really put. How do I say this? Like, you see this dude on social media, he's a fucking gangster on social media, but then when you actually see him, the dude is a real fucking gangster, and that's why he's a gangster on social media. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this dude will straight up tell you, fuck you, right? And just put it on there in bold letters, and then if you see him, you're probably going to be like, whoa, this dude's ripped up, right?
Right, yeah. No, and he's the beast, for real.
You know, looking at this, like, again, you know, listening to Texas rap for all the years, you know, being actually in that market for some of them years, you start to realize, yeah, these guys are for real. You know who's for real, right?
Yeah,
you're not going to hear auto-tune on any Killer Calion.
Right,
and if you do, he's probably talking shit about somebody. I'm
sorry.
Right,
yeah, that's usually how it goes.
But it's like, well, he got this thing, it's called 30 for 30, where 30 days, 30 freestyles. He kills that shit.
Every time.
Listen to it. Because some days I'm like,
dude is
dang,
going
this dude is just...
And what's crazy is, like, it's not manufactured. That's him really loving and owning and really freaking being in his lane, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, he knows who he is. He's a Texas rapper. He's not trying to be radio worthy. He's not trying to make hit singles. He's making this that he loves. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he's doing
and
right
he's
now.
Making a lot of money. He really is. He's part of the Boss Hog Outlaws, so I mean, Slim Thug.
You know what's crazy? If you don't know this, if you're a young rapper and you're up and coming, stay indie, bro. Never freaking sign to anybody.
Don't.
Stay indie. You know what? When I was younger and I was rapping, I signed all kinds of deals just because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do everything.
I get a chain? What?
But it was empty promises, man. There's a lot of empty promises out there from all kinds of people, dude. Not just anything else. Just unfortunately, there's a lot of fakeness out there. Guys that look like they're doing so much and they're not doing crap. So if you're independent, stay independent. That's where you're going to make the most money. And if you can travel, because that's also where you're going to make the most money is on tours, selling your merch, doing shows. That's where you're going to make your money as an independent rapper.
Preach. And I say that because, look, in 99, 2000, Southwest Wholesale was like the shit, right? Cash Money Records.
Right.
This is where they came up. Southwest Wholesale was a manufacturer.
Right.
Southwest Wholesale would give deals to certain labels.
Right.
Well, Baby and Slim, which is his brother, would fly in on a helicopter. They would collect the check directly from Southwest Wholesale, right? This is where they came up from. Southwest Wholesale went out of business, and these people didn't know what to do, right? So then they started manufacturing their own stuff, staying independent. You know what? Cash Money said, you know what? Cool, we got this.
Right.
Like this is the reason we're making. Yeah, we know what to do. And then came the game of then the digital age came in and stuff like that. But my point is stay true to it. Continue doing what you're doing. Stay independent. Because I guarantee you, whenever it came down to Cash Money making money, they they dictated their own terms and what they wanted when it came to Universal and all that. So and this is 30 years ago. Well,
dude, for real,
20
man.
years ago.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was a long time ago, but they gave you the blueprint, right?
Right.
Master
No, they
P was
really
actually
did. Yeah.
Southwest also.
No Limit Soldiers, boy.
Yeah. Hey, right.
That's it, boy.
You know what?
Yeah,
Once Southwest also went out of business, they kept doing it.
Right.
They kept to stay true to it. Stay true and stay independent. Independent really is where you're gonna make more money.
It
Now,
really
if you
is.
want fame, that's different.
Right.
Right. Go sign your deal.
The thing
go
is-
get your chain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, though, nowadays they're gonna sign you to 360 deals. You know what I mean? So not only is your music not yours, your merch is not yours, and if you want to do anything else with your music, if you want to put it in a video game, if you want to put it in a movie, if you want to put it in anything else, that money's not yours either.
Yeah.
But you get to be famous. So there's that.
Everybody wants to be famous.
So if you really want to be famous, go ahead and sign your 360 deal and just enjoy
be famous. Right.
But if
Broke
you want to make
famous,
money,
there
you
you
want to
go.
make bucks.
There's a difference.
There's a huge difference, man. Seriously though, I say this because I got screwed out of so many deals, man. I remember one time I signed with this dude because he told me he was going to take me to Tokyo.
That was
Dude,
enough.
this
When
dude
I
sold
signed,
me, bro.
Started pricking your fingers. I got blood. Where did I sign?
This dude sold
Tokyo.
me. I was like, dude, we're gonna tour Tokyo. Are you serious? And so I signed on. No,
How was? Did you tour Tokyo?
no, I did not tour Tokyo.
Just checking.
No.
It's
don't
nothing
do it,
against.
bro.
I'm
No. I was young and I was dumb. The thing is, like, I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just saw these guys, man. They had a crap ton of merch. They had stage. They had all their own setup, and it looked official. It looked legit, but it was gilded, man. It just looked good from the outside to inside, where it counted. It didn't mean crap to these dudes. They were just trying to sign up all these hungry artists and get whatever they could get for them, and then move on to the next one. And I got took. You know what I mean? So it happens.
You know, but I do appreciate you, and I know somebody else out there is going to appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
In listening to what you're saying,
Yeah,
here, right?
absolutely.
Because they're getting the game for free, and the game is usually never
Right.
free.
No, man.
So
this is
so
stuff
take heed
that-
of what he's saying. Right?
Yeah.
Take heed of what we're talking about. I mean,
This
really
is
listen.
stuff
Don't let it go
that-
on one ear and out the other. You know what? This is game for free.
For real, man. This is definitely something that, you know, it really weighs on my heart, just because, like, you know.
And somebody told you.
Right. If I knew what I knew now,
Yeah.
bro, easily.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. But in any case, guys, that's actually our first podcast. Let us know in the comments what you think.
Two
And
dope
actually,
fellas.
you know what? Two dope fellas, we're going to be doing this. How many more times do you think we'll be doing this?
Ah, man, let's do it as much as possible.
As much as possible?
Let's take that back a little bit. When VZ is in town, we
Put him
can
in
do this.
town.
You know, I don't really
Yeah.
go much places. I
Yeah.
don't really go nowhere.
Yeah.
Some places, but
Yeah.
when VZ's in town, we can do this. And,
We'll
and you know
make
what?
it happen.
I think if you really want to see this and you want to hear more, let us know, right?
Absolutely.
You know what? Tell your friends about it. Two Dope Fellas. Tell them about Season 3. Season3.com. They can get the cool merch. They can
Okay.
put cool stickers. They
Dude,
can
we're
listen
everywhere.
to cool music. Because you know what? I think we need to start curating a little playlist
Yeah.
for Season 3. I bet
That
you
would
that
be
would
dope. Oh, yeah, bro. They ain't going to be ready for that. We'll put out some playlists.
DJ Ski, if you want to put that on there, let us know.
Holla at your boy. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? He's ready.
You know what?
He's
Let
been
me
ready.
tell you real quick about something
Yeah.
I was really super hype on.
Let me.
Is the humbleness of DJ Ski.
Oh, yeah.
So right, I shout out
Oh,
Dash
yeah.
Radio on Instagram. I follow
Yeah.
Dash Radio. They have the blue check, guys.
Dude.
When you see the blue check, you know it's legit and it's real.
Yeah.
So I shout him out. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for bringing the love back to the art of radio.
Yeah.
You know, me being from radio at one point in my life and hearing this, and literally my Dash app is like one of my, probably the most that I
Yeah.
go to. And I shout him out. And you know what, Ski? He showed love.
Dude.
He did the little emoji hands up, and I said, what? Like, I even had to double shout him at that
You know
point.
what
I'm
I'm saying?
like, Ski just showed me love.
Dude.
It was, for me, it was like
Yeah,
a
it was
highlight
nice,
of the
man.
month, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
blue check certified. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be blue check certified. So, I mean,
Yeah.
with that
On
being
the way.
said,
On the way. You know what I'm
Ski,
saying?
whenever you're ready, Two Dope Fellas. I mean,
We're here.
you know what? And then we can even
Third
put
spot.
Yachty right
Third
here.
spot.
You know what I'm
saying?
Little Yachty, come on, little Yachty sandwich. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we can do something. Nonetheless, let us know what you like. Like the page, right? Like the YouTube page.
Right.
Go to season3.com. Like that.
Make sure that you subscribe, man, because we really do. I do want to do this a little bit more often. I know I've been out of time just because I've been doing things, but I mean, really and truly, this is my home. This is my boy, and I'm glad to sit down and have a chat with them and have a chat with you guys. You
Yes.
guys are the best. In fact, I'm actually gonna do a giveaway. So right now,
Ooh,
I
tell
call
me.
this the road to 300.
Wait, do I qualify for this?
You qualify for this.
Oh,
In fact,
okay, cool.
all of you qualify for this too.
Okay.
So rules are super, super simple. So make sure that you're subscribed. That's one. Make sure that you comment on this video. That's two. make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Here are our names. Make sure that you do that.
Curbano806. Curbano806. That's me. It'll be in there somewhere.
We'll be in printed. The Chris Vargas. Make sure that you follow us, tag us, shout us out. That'll get you some bonus entries. And also share the video out. That'll also get you some bonus entries. But here's what you're gonna win. So the winner, and this is whatever you want. Either if you want the Nike ID or if you want the Me Adidas, I will design for you a shoe from myself to you personally in your own shoe size. I will hand deliver it to you.
No matter where they're at.
Well,
I'm asking. This is a question I got.
So if you live in Texas, I will hand deliver it to you. On top of that, I will shoot for you your very own lookbook, co-starring Juan. So, if you happen to be that lucky guy or gal who wins the shoes, I would love to shoot a video for you, and I would love to co-star with it if you're okay with that.
If you're just that dope, you might be invited.
Get a recurring role here in the third seat.
I'm just saying.
But that's going to be the giveaway, guys. So, very simple. Nice. I have to get to 300 subscribers by the end of this month. Today is, the 5th? Uh-huh. So, by October 5th, as long as I've hit 300 subscribers, and you guys have liked, shared, commented, followed us on Instagram, all of those things. If that all happens and then we hit the 300,
I do all that.
Somebody's getting some shoes.
Ooh.
Any of the shoes that you want, you tell me what you want from the Nike ID or the Me Adidas. I do get to design it because I love designing shoes, so that's kind of my thing. Yes. So I'll cook you up something dope, and I really do hope to see you guys in the next video.
I do too.
Super dope.
Fellas, man. Season 3.
We out. Peace.